So this is what we have as of the last demo. The roof is ripped apart from the bottom. I have to strip out the roof. As we can see, it's completely water damaged. Lots of rust and mold going on. So I'm going to take my crowbar and as carefully as possible separate the metal from all of the damaged part. Because the goal is to use the same metal frame for the roof, and that's going to save a lot of money. We simply need to replace the styrofoam and the wood that was there before. So here we can see where the wires are coming through. It's very interesting. It's good to take it apart and very carefully so that you can put it back together the way it was. The vinyl is in pretty good shape, so I'm trying to be careful. So I wanted to get a view of this destruction. We've been keeping it underneath the tarp, the bottom half, as we can see. There's a little less damage than the top half. Right here. If you look, I've been taking the crowbar and trying to tear up the styrofoam and the wood. Some of the styrofoam I was thinking we could save, but honestly the water is trapped, as you can see, underneath that styrofoam from the holes that were made in the metal. So it seems, I found out from taking this apart, maybe others already knew this, it's metal, styrofoam, and then the thin wood on top of that. So that's what we're gonna have to rebuild. And copying these holes, I found places online where you can buy these. Some are just breathing holes, like that was a little skylight. And then this one, I'm not sure if this was like the vent over the stove, I believe. So we're gonna have to restore those too. Lots of proof of cockroaches. I'm not happy about that, but what are you gonna do? So this is the destruction as it stands. I'm piling it up here and then burning it in the bin over there. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, this is me, sweaty and nasty, working hard. So after demoing the roof, basically I started working on the pull-out beds. The pull-out beds are completely molded and disgusting. The wood is falling apart, but we want to maintain the pop-up parts, and anything that is salvageable I will be salvaging. Here's the roof, stripped down to the metal. Yay! Ready for a new roof. Here's part of that pop-up bed. There's a twin bed on one side, this side right here, and that came out pretty easily because it was completely rotten. And then on the other side we have a full bed frame, and that needed a little more coercion. In some areas it wasn't quite as rotten, but it all has to come out because it's so moldy. So I had to use my Sawzall in some parts to try to convince it to come out, but maintaining the frame, of course, and the original pop-up tent part so that the roof eventually won't be sagging on my face. That would be nice. Saving all the pieces, taking lots of pictures, trying to put it back together the way it was, because the design is really excellent. It hasn't been changed in decades because it's compact and effective. I'm gonna go back with lighter materials wherever possible to try to keep her light enough to be pulled by my Camry. You can see here where the little kitchenette area was that doubles as a bed. You see where the cushions are on top of the disgusting cushions. That table was completely rotten, of course, so I am going to save the bottom part of it, hopefully so we can continue to have that as a spare bed kind of area, the dinette area. And so this is the demo as it stands. The stove is redeemable. The air conditioning works. There is hope.